home! It's Kamida here, and guess what, guys? I am making a video today, except it's gonna be more serious than normal. That being said, I'm going to be addressing something in the video that's been recently blowing up like berserk. And what is the thing, you might be asking? Well, it's something that's been going on with this popular YouTuber recently, and there's this hashtag made about her called hashtag Say Marina Joyce. I don't know entirely what's going on, but from what I've heard, there's been a couple stories, actually. There's one that she's been kidnapped by either by ISIS or something. There's another one where she was basically abused by her boyfriend, and there's been also a couple of rumors that say that she's been doing drugs like crazy. But after doing some research on Tumblr, I found a few good posts that describe basically what's going on, so I'm gonna read them off to you. Alright, so first I'm gonna read off some of the tweets. Faking abuse is funny, isn't it? She said she was safe, but nobody believed. And she also liked tweets that said, if you're in trouble like this. Look at her likes, though. She has an auto like that. A lot of big Twitters do. She planned this with a few people, I'm certain. Can't you guys all just be glad that she's not kidnapped? That's way more important than anything else. I hope she gets kidnapped for real now, so she'll learn not to mess around like this again. Those are the tweets. And this is the actual post. Okay, honestly, I'm really upset about this whole thing. From the beginning, I thought a few people were overreacting. There were literal rumors that ISIS was involved. And don't tell me that people weren't having fun playing armchair detective and getting chills from watching her videos. I know there were people who were genuinely concerned and had only the best intentions, that people thought they saw something seriously wrong and tried to help us important. But this got out of control real fast. And now there are people disappointed that she's apparently safe because they felt like she led them on even though they did this. They're the ones who crossed the line and felt entitled to her private life. They're the ones who created mass hysteria, obsessing over her, theorizing, creating conspiracies, spreading around false information. They're the ones who brought all of this attention to this poor girl, and now they're blaming her for it. She told you she was fine. You didn't believe her. And now, oh, she should have given us a better explanation. She could have stopped this sooner. She did not owe you an explanation. She said she was safe. Her friends said she was safe. She did not owe you any more details. She can't stop thousands of people from jumping to conclusions. No, I'm not kidnapped by ISIS. What did you want? A confession? A breakdown? Telling her fans that she's mentally ill? Or addicted to drugs? Or previously abducted by aliens? Or that someone died and she's been really stressed? Or did you really want her to be held hostage so you could be a hero? Just because someone puts a tiny bit of their lives on the internet each week does not mean that you're entitled to the rest of it. Just because you were so concerned and couldn't sleep last night does not mean you deserve to know what's really going on. I know I sound harsh, but it is none of your business. Now that the police are involved, as people who don't actually know her, we've pretty much done all we can. Continuing to badger her will only make things worse. Play with your hair if you're in trouble. Make it hard if you're being abused. She does that with her hands constantly in her videos. She's being bombarded with these messages. Of course she's going to make these gestures. It doesn't mean that she's leading you on. I don't think there's any solid evidence that she had anything to do with any of the rumors going around. But people are blaming her for their own obsession. And even if she did, just leave her alone. Don't tell me she could have handled this better. Of course she could have. Don't blame her for wasting your Tuesday. Don't tell me you didn't have at least a little fun. Because if this is how you're acting when you never actually cared about her in the first place. And this is a comment on YouTube by Hannah Chartier. You don't fucking deserve 1 million followers. Fuck you and your stupid publicity stunt. I can't believe you. This post on Tumblr was made by Say Goodbye. I give her credit for this post, and this is not mine. And here's another post by Rainbow's Official. I've actually never heard of Marina Joyce until today, so I investigated a little myself, and here's what I've observed, what I think and haven't seen others call attention to. Her expressions. For instance, in her most recent Q&A videos, she looks like she is legit going to cry, and also keeps using the same words over and over again. You can see the desperation in her eyes. It's terrifying. I'm not going to link it, because it gave me dizzying anxiety and paranoia to see, but if you check the Marina Joyce tag, you'll find this 300 note, which is one of the less popular ones, post that has some pictures of the reflection in her eyes with someone in it. I personally could not see it, and after looking at the post for longer, I really did not want to look for it. And in the background in one of her videos, you can see a person with a white balaclava hiding behind her bed. If I am correct, that said video with the person in the white balaclava is the one where she realigned her camera to also expose the gun against her dresser. So maybe she was trying to expose them too? There is a woman seen in the background of date outfit ideas, going inside the house. I saw a post about her mom apparently sending out a message that she was fine? Don't know how true this is, but it made me consider the alleged abusive boyfriend is not doing this alone, or it could be a family member doing this to her. Found a video in the tag that had been taken from her Twitter and then removed that was all dark, and you could hear her in a hushed, panicked voice. Marina saying something along the lines of, don't go, it's a setup. And I assume she meant the 6:30 a.m. meetup, which I strongly caution you to not go. Please just alert UK. That's where it is, yes? Authorities. I also see some stuff about the possibilities that she's on drugs. For all we know, there is no abuser in the picture, although the bruises may say otherwise, and she's just on drugs. However, if she is in fact on drugs, she still needs help, and that help could be to contact the authorities. I heard somewhere else that the IP address she posts from is in California, and if that is the case, contacting the authorities in CA may be a good call too? Suggestion: has anyone tried to track down the boyfriend? Any social media links for him? Suspicious behavior? In case he is the abuser, do not send him anything pertaining to the Save Marina Joyce. The entire thing scares me so much, and I honestly can't sleep right now, but I just want you guys to know what I found. Sorry I didn't include sources. It makes me too anxious to go back through to find them again, but I found most of this about the tweets and whatnot in the same Marina Joyce tag. Again, this post was by Rainbow's Official, and I credit her for this post, and this isn't mine either. And I have this, and here's the last post by Sewer Troll. People are saying that we shouldn't care about it because it's probably just her abusing drugs. And? Why should we stop caring then? She has hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube, most of which are young, influenceable girls and teenagers. They could take her as an example. They could think her behavior is cute or quirky and mimic it, worrying their parents. Her life could be in danger from abuse. If she's actually on drugs, she's not just smoking pot or anything. She's taking strong drugs, like speed or hallucinogenics. Those are super fucking dangerous. We cannot let her alone on this as a community. Again, this was by Sewer Troll, and that isn't mine either. Alright, so those are just some of the posts that I found on Tumblr, and I'm just gonna say this again, those aren't mine. I honestly really don't have much of an opinion, but I do have this. We should help her out, but not to the point where she's being constantly bombarded with questions. That's all I really have to say, but I do really encourage people to bring up some other good points, so that way if I make another video on this, I can address them. And honestly, if you guys want to bring up some other points and have a nice, polite discussion with me, feel free to. Just don't, like, bombard me with, like, a bunch of questions and all that good stuff, you know. That's just gonna be a waste of everyone's time, really. But, yeah, this has been Coca Kamida. Please like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff. And stay hopeful, guys.
米を積むればやってくるグーグー鳴らしてやってくるのんびりゆったりやってくるお前の夢食べに来る誰彼構わずやってくるミスター腹ペコやってくるずんぐりむっくりやってくるお前の夢食べに来る